The store closes in 30 seconds and it's on the other side of the traffic circle. Luckily, Chandrea knew a shortcut. Made it, and with time to spare.
These are the few, the fearless, the ambitious. They are the ones not afraid to reach for unattainable heights, knowing they will most often end up in the depths. They have honed their skills to a fine edge and go for it, even though they most often fail, and fail again. In fact, failure is the only option. These are the members of Fail Army.
It's not just policemen, firemen, and the bomb squad that face occupational hazards. Fail Army members prove you can get hurt doing any job, time and time again. It is the first rule of being an auto mechanic. Before starting the engine, make sure the lids are on.
All ready? Okay, go.
On three. 1, 2,
Over here.
3.
Professional photographers become accustomed to viewing life through the lens of a camera. The trick is figuring out just how close you need to be to the action. In this case, the photographer was a little too close. Farmer Ted loved making his living off the land, and that tractor sure made the job easier. It would be even easier if the thing came with seat belts. Being a professional juggler was no way for a man to make a living, so he learned carpentry instead. And was able to combine the two.
Wahnsinn! Super!
The candlelight did wonders to soften the final photograph. But it was hell on the photographer's wardrobe. It was a post office tradition. The new guy had to drive the temperamental truck. Phew, that was close. There we go. Hope she wasn't too attached to that bumper because it is no longer attached.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what were you expecting? You know better than to park there when a new guy is starting on the job. A job well done is its own reward. And a job that ends in disaster is an invitation to join us
Oh my gosh.
here at the Fail Army. Fail Army would like to introduce you to those amazing Hendersons. The Henderson family was the most athletic family in the entire county. Especially when it came to creek jumping.
Do it!
They are the the best creek jumping family in the county because they are the only family in the entire county.
Ignoring cause and effect can be dangerous. However, it's fun to watch. Jerry found that having a third rider on the back was slowing them down a bit, so he fixed the problem. That's much better.
Hey, all right. Okay, sir.
Chef Chen learned that if you toss the food a little further back each and every time, eventually never gets old. Jeff thought a new club would dramatically improve his game out on the links. But it wasn't that his old clubs were bad. It was that Jeff wasn't very good. Face masks are good, but ultimately, they can only protect so much. The old palm had to come down. To save a step, Larry figured he would just pull it down into the back of the truck. I'm sure that'll buff right out.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh.
Before replacing the roof, Danny really ought to think about replacing the ladder. Students would always remember the day Coach Odom was the substitute teacher in chemistry because
Good job.
it was the last day Coach Odom ever taught for any class. Life is just a series of events. Some end up good, while others not so good. And when you hit a series of bad events, it is a sign you should join us here at the Fail Army.
Coming up, when training wheels come off too early, the end of the line, Liam sinks more than a putt. And we salute the best of the best with our Fail Army Medal of Honor. All this and much, much more when Fail Army continues. Prepare to be amazed.
Yeah!
Fail Army is back now.
Are you okay?
It doesn't mean your entire trip is over. It just means that for this particular part of the journey, you have reached the end of the line. Hi there.
Hi there. I am Olan Emboscado, and this is Travel Teller.
In this day and age, we all know something didn't really happen unless you have a selfie video of you doing it. So yes, everybody, this really did happen to Ollie. And he has the selfie video to prove it. Ever wonder what grocery store employees do to unwind after a long day of ringing you up? No wonder that shopping cart has a wonky wheel and won't turn right. Lee was generally a cautious man. But then, after a while, Lee would get a false sense of confidence, and that is when everything went off the rails. Poor Lee. Mom taught her children to ride off-road by showing them exactly what not to do.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, this one is going on YouTube.
The benefit of a motorcycle is the ability to weave in and out of rush hour traffic. Of course, it does have a downside.
Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, jeez.
Perfect timing is everything when getting over the hurdles. Without it, it is going to hurt your overall time. And your shins. Ooh, mostly your shins. The family that falls together fails together. Just because you hit a few bumps, stumbles, and mishaps along the way doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the line. It could just be the start of your journey straight into the fail army. Life isn't always uplifting and pretty. Sometimes things get down and dirty. The only mistake people make when attempting to recapture their youth is that they are 2 feet taller and 70 pounds heavier. It matters more than you think. Billy did not bathe often, but when he did it with style.
Whoa.
I jumped over to get it.
Liam was a stickler when it came to the rule of hitting the golf ball wherever it ended up. He has never lost a golf ball yet. He has, however,
George, I'm thinking.
lost more than one shoe along the way.
George, man, you're gonna have to help me out.
Yo, get out by.
Getting the proper running start is key to success. But it is not foolproof. Next time, he should probably just wade in slowly.
Oh, no. No, I'm ready.
Jerry is a prime example that almost making it is just not good enough.
I got that on video.
Holy.
The direct route may not always be the wisest,
Oh, you all right? Oh my God, I can't believe I got that on video.
but it is the quickest way to gain membership,
Fail. No, it's gonna fail Army.
and we welcome you with open arms.
It'll be worth it when you see it.
Oh, it'll be way worth it.
We're gonna go on the other side and try the other way in since it's too dangerous here and wet.
Yeah, good plan. Live a little. Take a chance. Get dirty. It's what makes life worth living, especially
Oh, you all right?
in the fail army.
No way.
Coming up, when you might want to wait to go until you get home. Missed it by that much. trying to relax. And we honor those that fail on a monumental scale by awarding them our Fail Army Medal of Honor. All this and more when Fail Army continues. Fail Army is back.
And coming right at you.
Oh. Be prepared to be blown away for almost a minute. It's 15 fails in 55 seconds.
Actually crazy.
And now Fail Army presents 3 times you had to call a plumber in a hurry. That time, the assistant manager thought it was a good idea to put the hot tub displays on the 2nd floor. That time, you flushed a little harder than you needed to.
Oh, dear God.
That time, you ignored that leaking sprinkler head until it was too late.
Oh, my God. No. This is terrible.
Right after your mom and your lawyer, you really need to have your plumber on speed dial. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with it. 60% of the human body is made up of it. It is also the perfect ingredient in making fails more fun. Just add water. Looking back, they probably should have moved the wading pool a little closer to the ramp. Your first attempt to unicycle shouldn't be this close to water. She was so glad she got the super slow motion feature on her camera. She just wished she bought the waterproof one. Grandma was looking forward to spending a little quality time floating in the pool.
I can't stand it.
That's all right. She's got this.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it anymore.
One more time. Third time's the charm. Here she goes. Yes! Yes! No! Maybe she should cut her losses and just go swimming instead. For more of the funniest fails in the known universe, visit our Fail Army YouTube and Facebook pages. Coming up, we celebrate those who have distinguished themselves and risen above the pack by awarding them our Fail Army Medal of Honor when Fail Army continues. Fail Army is back and totally nailing it. The time has come to single out those that rise above all the rest, those worthy of receiving our Fail Army Medal of Honor. The pesky fly at the wedding gave her an excuse to do something she'd been wanting to do for a while. She got the fly, got to slap her new husband, and she also got herself a Fail Army Medal of Honor. The old silo had to come down, but rather than hire a trained crew that could bring it down safely, Milo just went after it with his trusty sledgehammer.
Oh, Mark. You all right? Oh, yeah.
Not only did he bring the silo down,
Wow.
but he also received a Fail Army
My hammer. You all right?
Medal of Honor.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Good job, Carl.
I don't want to do it. No, no.
The girls were looking forward to riding the slingshot ride right up until they were on it.
I don't want to do it anymore. It's too late. I gotta myself. And it's too late. Why is there smoke?
Fiona seems to be freaking out more than her friend.
But her friend has her own way of dealing with stress.
Why did I just pass up? I just pass up. No, I just pass.
And here she goes again.
I gotta shit. Why are we so? I must pass out same time.
If that much excitement makes her pass out, then I can only imagine how she will react when she receives her Fail Army Medal of Honor.
Failure is never your final destination. Fails are just the colorful turns, bumps, and missteps along the way to success. And while you're making your way down that road, we'll always be here for you. Because we are the Fail Army.
Let's do this again very soon.
Love you.